Alright, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs, everything in between I didn't just mention. We are getting ready for Volgarr the Viking. This is the next run by our very own Jellyd0ts. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen the game before, at least not much of it. A little bit in the practice room. Sure looks like an interesting speed game. So I should say, without further ado, if Runner is ready, say Runner, go take it away when you get a heads up.
Okay, so hello everyone, this is Jellyd0ts, and on the couch I have someone on the couch, and I'm going to be playing Volgarr the Viking, and you can already tell from the graphics, it's very much retro inspired. It was even ported. I had to think about this for a second. I believe it's the Saturn, but it's actually an indie game, and yeah, today we'll be running this game. And the timing starts not on this screen actually, but a bit later. This is mostly just a tutorial to get people introduced to, like, oh, so that's how you control. Which I've immediately also shows some of the mechanics. But I think timing starts when we roll here. So if I can get a countdown, it'd be great.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, as you could tell, it's a platformer, action-based, and it's very much inspired by a few games. And for anyone who's very familiar with retro games, they'll be able to recognize that this stage is very much inspired by Rastan. Now, throughout this game, a lot of the mechanics that I'll be... ouch, that's mean. A lot of the core mechanics will include that spear throw and the roll. And that's gonna... Oh, I made it. That's good. That roll and the throw aren't just for damage and evading, but also help you move faster. Now,
you also have a roll in the air, don't you?
Kinda. So, I'm not sure if that's intentional, but essentially you can kind of roll off a platform. Oh, let me just not get hit here. Might be smart. And that actually, and for some reason that actually counts as a roll on the platform while you're still rolling. So that essentially means you could still jump. So sometimes I'll be using that. Oh, ouch. Instead of the... Yeah, instead of just falling off a platform. Seems kind of useful. You'll notice that... Oh, I missed the jump there. You'll notice that I'm getting certain equipment from all these chests. They actually tank a hit for me each, but later there's also going to be one upgrade in particular that we want. Oh, actually we're going to kill this guy from a distance, just to make this run a bit safer. And we can grab Mjolnir's hammer there. That gives us a free hit. And there we have the most important equipment item, the fire sword. So, unlike the regular sword, this one does 2 damage. Meaning that that enemy that normally takes 5 HP, we can kill him in 4 hits, making things slightly faster. And this is just a tense wall climb.
So it seems like you can hit most enemy projectiles too, is that true?
Kinda have to think about it. You can block most projectiles. I wouldn't say you can hit them all, or dash through. There's a few you can, but I feel like as a whole it's relatively rare. We're coming up to the first boss fight actually, which is this lizard. The game is set up in 6 worlds, and 5 of them kind of have a theme.
Wait, that was the first boss already?
Yeah. Yay!
Talk about fast.
Yeah, actually, a random note about this game is this. Oh, yeah, you can see my gold fall down there. A random tidbit about this game is that it's actually one of the first games I wanted to learn how to speedrun, but initially I just didn't really feel good enough to learn this game yet, because there's actually quite a bit of punishing mechanics. So hopefully I won't really get to show most of those, but here's another hidden hammer that lets me tank a hit. But one of the main mechanics that really punishes you is that you lose the equipment when you get hit. So that fire sword, if I get hit, I lose that fire sword immediately.
So
well,
you just pick up the armor every time to prevent that from happening?
Well, not to prevent it, it's rather just if I get hit too much, then I have to pick up the armor again and collect that fire sword.
Fair enough.
Another benefit of the fire sword was what you might have noticed there is that it has a pretty big range. It's actually a bigger range than the regular sword, and that really is really helpful. In a regular speedrun, people do a double jump here with a tanked hit, but since this is a marathon, that's kinda not really safe, so we're not gonna do that. And we're just gonna take those between 5 to 10 seconds extra time, just to keep things a bit safe. Oh.
Do we have time for one donation?
Yes, of course.
Alright, we have a donation from Sandskill. As he promised, the 64 euros. With a comment, my money just got blue shells. Clowny face.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed, but I did like watching the run though.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Well, we'll make sure the money gets put to a good use.
Oh. Now you're noticing that this stage's theme is very much aquatic. Oh, actually I have the hammer, I don't need to get the hidden hammer there. But now you guys know where the hidden hammer is. It's around this area.
So does our fire sword still work?
Yes. You don't see it, but it does.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing deafens out the flames of Viking.
I believe it's like a mythological weapon, but I could be mistaken, so take that with a grain of salt.
I mean, from what I know, there's quite some interesting lore about Vikings and such. I'm not sure if this game has any lore.
I'm not sure about the game itself having lore, but there's definitely very much Viking-inspired gameplay with enemies. And oh, let's hit him with this spear, shall we?
I can confirm fire swords are a thing in Viking mythology.
Yes.
We're right all along.
But you may have also noticed that in this fight I used a charged spear attack. That one does free damage, but as the name suggests, you need to charge it. So in most of the run you won't see me using it, at least for these initial stages. Now we're coming up to the undead stage. Actually, I have a friend who knew how to read runes, and according to him that actually does say the undead in Norse language. So that's a nice detail. This is one of those moments where we use the charged spear just to get through that skeleton faster. And thanks to that fire sword, those big enemies are not really a big threat. Now this is kind of a sometimes scary section, because if you fall, it's an immediate time loss. I can show there. You'd have to essentially climb your whole way through. I wonder if I can make this. I probably can, yes. So we're just gonna wait for him to pass by, just to make this a lot safer, actually. Oh. I actually really love the game design in the stage, because those... oh, ouch. those green skeletons, you actually need to hit them.
Did we lose our fire sword?
Yeah, and also our shield.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take a death here to get the regular shield back. That's actually intended, like I said, because it gives me that shield back. Otherwise, we'd have to get another extra treasure chest, and that would be much more troublesome than the 10 seconds we just lost.
So the armor upgrades go the better shield than the flame sword?
No. So it's the better shield, then a helmet, and then the fire sword.
Almost.
Yeah. It's an important detail to every Viking.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually do anything though.
The helmet?
Yeah.
It's aesthetic. It's important, okay?
It's intimidating. Intimidating all the enemies.
Yeah, maybe it will be a little kinder. It's intimidating RNG.
Hopefully. So that section is just being careful with these spiders. And now we have our fire sword back, and I need full screen here because we need to make this YOLO jump. And otherwise you'd have to slowly pass by there.
So you just got a quick shot on him, didn't you?
Yeah. That's really useful. I don't think I'm gonna kill him, or will I? Yes, I will. That's
Right.
really nice.
Good job. So can you abuse those quick shots everywhere?
I think on 2 of the upcoming bosses I'll be able to do it. Wait. No, only on 1 more boss. The upcoming 2, it won't be useful on them. We're gonna wait for this fireball here. But it will be useful on the final boss actually. Let's not get hit by that snake. Let's kill this jelly. Jelly King and Jellies. What has the world gone to?
You're a cannibal.
Well, I'm not eating it.
Okay, fair enough.
This stage is kind of cycle based. Let's just make sure we don't get killed here.
However, they do say you are what you eat, so who knows?
Good point. Shh, don't let the secret come out. This
Alright,
part
is there a moment for
yeah,
short
of course.
donation? Alright, because Strikero donated 10 euros saying, I crashed only once, so here's the money. Sorry, Peter.
Rip Peter. So yeah, now that's a reference to XCOM earlier today.
Oh. Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't need to commentate there, because that was actually one of the scariest parts in the run in my opinion. Because that fire pit is actually insta-kill.
Oh. Yeah, no game is complete without lava apparently.
Yeah, except in this game you can't actually boost. I killed an enemy off screen there. You see his treasure remains here.
So what are those big crystals at the start of the levels? Are it like saves?
Yeah, essentially that's just where I'm guessing his soul is where the Valkyries take his soul.
His Viking soul is kept there.
Yeah. There's so I'm actually running ending C, which essentially is the normal ending. But there are 2 more endings that are much more difficult to get. And the reason for that is that you can't actually die too much. Like, I can take as many deaths as I want, technically. And I would still get this ending. Let's not jump into that fireball. But for the other endings, you have to beat the game with with limited lives. Uh-oh, this was terrible idea.
No, he still made it.
Yeah.
So how are the enemies called? Do they have names or?
Oh, they all have names, I believe. And we're coming up to the snake boss. which a lot of people are reminded to Aladdin on the Genesis or SNES. I'm not sure which. Maybe both have this boss.
It's just a cute red snake we're beating up.
Yeah. A very big one, but very cute. Oh.
It's just slithering around.
And essentially you just saw all its patterns. It just throws these stalagmites and then just dashes. And we're just gonna make use of these charge attacks. Oh. Well, or we just get hit by him and use the hammer. That's fine. Now that soul I got, that's essentially the limited lives I mentioned earlier.
So would you say you go for ending C and you cannot take too many deaths for the A and B endings?
Yes.
So are you gonna die on purpose a few times to not get the A and B endings? Or?
No, like you do need to do a few certain things as well. The game instructs you on that after beating this ending.
Alright, so it's not like you can accidentally get the wrong ending.
No, definitely not. And it's definitely like a harder challenge as well, so...
What's the difference in the time for the runs?
I'm not sure. Like I would say, I would probably raise my estimate quite a bit because it's just much harder. But I believe the world record is actually very similar on all three categories. Ouch. Rip beard. Essentially, this is the bird stage, by the way. And we're on flying ships.
This reminds me of Mario a little much.
Oh yeah, it does. One fun fact is, if you get hit before getting the flame shield, the flame sword, while you have any other equipment, you actually get the flame sword, but lose that one equipment alone. So now I just need to get the helmet, and I'm back to full strength. Whee! Nice drop there. The next stage is going to be all cycles, so that's going to be fun.
Are they global?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. So that's a good thing, but still, it's very much cycle-based.
So there's like... We can use the air to travel now?
Ooh. Yeah. So essentially these air vents, they push you around. And that's going to be all the cycles. This whole stage is based around that.
Ah, I see. So if you are a little late, you just miss the air vent and you fall down.
Yeah, essentially. You may have also noticed a small detail that's actually taken from Mega Man X, I believe. Or at least that's what I've heard. And that's that the enemies are generally color-coded. The main enemies of a stage. So, for example, you had... Well, you didn't see him because I killed him, but... missed the cycle. There was a bluebird there, and those only throw their weapon. I forget what it's called. They just throw a projectile like a boomerang. There's the red birds. Those are actually the challenging ones. And then there's the green birds that you just dodge. I believe you can show both of them here, actually. You can see the bluebird. You could have seen the bluebird there. And here's a green one. And essentially that signals their difficulty. Actually, I don't need this treasure chest. No. So the red ones are always the hardest, which is why I'm gonna wait here for him to pass and just ignore him.
And another quick shot?
No,
I
because
don't think you got it.
No, the issue with this one is he has the shield in front of him.
And charge attacks don't make it through the shield?
No.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, he has a pretty good shield, but sadly it doesn't help him to survive this battle. Now that's the 5 worlds. And we're now headed to the final world, which is a bit different. it's a gauntlet. So we're gonna face all of the enemies from before. And we're just gonna be presented with new obstacles. And we're just thrown right into it. No breaks at all. That's Volgarr.
Volgarr the Viking.
Can you like not not survive?
Is there an important reason why you want it killed?
Because he's gonna chase me with the slide the whole stage. That's a bit much for a speedrun.
Understandable.
Now this guy, he and I are buddies. We're just gonna head on our own way. Not really, but you know, he's not a threat anymore.
Has he ever trolled you?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet, no. There was a skeleton there. That's why I threw that charge shot. Because unlike the regular spear, it actually also travels more distance. But that usually doesn't really matter.
Right. Is the treasure we pick up useful for anything aside from looking cool in our stash?
Nope. I mean, you may have also noticed that I was getting some blue orbs at times. And those are just for the other endings.
Oh, I actually completely missed that, but alright.
Well, I might get it, assuming I don't hit too much. Oh, he got me. He got me. Jinxed.
You jinxed it.
We're just gonna kill him with a charge shot because these slimes can be very trolly. He usually dodges your attacks, but if he's gonna throw down, he doesn't. So that's a nice tip for anyone who wants to play this game. I believe you can also kill him with a charge shot. And him. Let's just kill everyone with a charge shot.
You really like charge shots.
Of course. They're fancier.
Fair
Ouch.
enough.
Ouch. I'm taking way too much damage there.
Are you gonna try taking that to get your shoot again?
Yeah, I could. Actually, I will. Now you can see the insta-kill.
Oh what, it was totally an accident.
Yeah, oh no. Bad RNG.
You're going overestimate, Monkas.
We're actually gonna ignore that treasure chest because... Oh wait, where am I going? There we go. We're actually gonna ignore that treasure chest because it's just... It loses too much time. I feel like it's just more important to just make progress in these stages than to just try to get all the equipment.
There's enough treasure chests on the way anyway, right?
Yep. We're just gonna wait here because any of these hits kills you thanks to that fire pit.
Including the spikes? Oh yeah, you fall down.
Yeah, it's a really nice trap, I think. And we're actually gonna wait here to see what pattern we have. Oh, we're gonna wait one more? Because otherwise that fireball would just ruin our lives.
So is it random or is it just a global cycle based on when you get there?
I believe all the cycles are generally based on when you enter the room. Like just now. Uh-oh, this is... Oh, I blocked it. And then got hit there.
You jinxed it again.
Yeah. But that was an impressive block. I've never done that block again.
Fair enough, it was worth it.
Yeah.
And we got our helmet back, so it's alright.
Yep. Still no fire sword, but no biggie.
At least we look cool, right?
Yep. Swag. It's the most important part of any runner. We're just gonna kill these guys from a distance. And it's just a fun monster room, suddenly.
Oh no, it's a monster house.
Oh yeah, Monster House. Although in one game I believe they're called Monster Party. Might be thinking of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
I think that's why I said monster house.
Oh, okay, that's the one.
Yeah.
Then I'm curious where I got the other one from.
Probably. Did you skip that on purpose?
Which one?
The thing that the treasure chest drops.
Well, I already have the full treasure now, full equipment. So sometimes it's just faster to ignore it, assuming
It gives an animation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you roll into them. You mean that?
Yeah.
Which room is this? No, it is not the climbing room. There's one room where I have to climb, and let's hope I don't forget to do that. Would be a kind of a waste of time if I don't. We're just gonna roll through this enemy. He doesn't mind. I hope. And there's this. Ah, he hit this. That's actually kind of weird positioning. And I actually don't need that chest, so I'm just gonna continue. Because there's one right here. Uh-oh. That was actually a terrible jump, but whatever. Made it. Everything is good. Everything is fine in this world.
Totally. So, speaking about this world, where are we?
I'm not entirely sure. We're at a tower. I do know that bit.
This world's completely fine, nothing out of the ordinary at all.
Seems like a regular Viking spot, to be honest.
I mean, I guess.
This is the climbing area. And we might as well get this chest. Because why not? Swag.
Yeah, just some more glow. Or whatever those things are called.
So, we just skipped a pretty annoying section of the game. So for anyone who hasn't thought of that yet, now you know.
I know how to cheat your walk right through a game.
Yeah, knowing that section, now you're a big cheat if you beat this game.
Oh no, you cheated. How unexpected.
Still a regular chest, so here we have a Mjolnir's hammer again.
So what's your favorite part of equipment, actually?
The sword, of course.
Okay, fair enough.
Although the shield is, I think the shield is actually the coolest part.
Oh man, it gotta be the helmet though.
But I like the hammer on the shield.
Fair enough.
We're just gonna wait for him to do his attack once more. Otherwise, killing him is a bit tight. Now, if we're lucky, no, if we're good, if I'm good, I'm not gonna get hit here at any part of this section. And if I do, then I've essentially won the game. And that's kind of hard with these guys, because that's essentially the harder enemies of the game. I'm gonna let him do his attack. We're just gonna wait here for him to do his bitey attack. And I believe one more hit. Okay. And now we've essentially won the game because I have the hammer.
And there's a quick shot.
Yep. So this is the final boss.
Blue eyes, white dragon. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, wait. Other way around. Red eyes, white. Okay, whatever. Nobody cares.
Close enough.
Indeed, close enough.
And let's see if I can get on this right spear. Please. Oh, that's gonna make things harder.
But with enough swag.
We can see how much health we're gonna remove from him. But it's now gonna be a bit YOLO.
He doesn't have a health bar, right?
No. Actually, where am I going? Just gonna do one more attack. So because I took those 2 hits on the right there, this taking a bit longer. Okay, there you go. And time is not yet. It's coming up when the next screen fades out. And we've got our basic equipment again. Yay. So, time is when I walk out of this room. So, time.
Woo!
And here you have the lore. Here you have the how to get the other ending.
We totally knew everything of that, right?
Yeah. And this is Volgarr the Viking.
This is great music.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if you can make this go faster. No. You do have control over the Viking here, and you can see all the names of the characters and also the enemies. But we're gonna skip this to show the in-game time. 27 minutes. That's pretty good. Not sure. No, I don't think that's a PB. But still pretty good nonetheless.
Sword, please.
Yeah. Not sure what you thought of the run.
Well, it was amazing. I quite like the game. Thank you for inviting me over here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you here. I'm gonna quickly shout out Berumundo. He's a Belgian runner who I was watching his runs, and that really got me motivated to run the game myself. And since I'm going to sleep soon, I'm also gonna shout out a streamer called Pa-sama, because she always tells me to go to sleep, and I think this is the right time for that.
Go to bed.
Yeah, that's what she always says. So, yeah, thanks BSG for having me. We're still gonna do 2 more runs throughout the week. But yeah, that's all. Really, think you guys can take it over.
All right, Jelly, thank you for that amazing run of Volgarr the Viking. Amazing game, lots of details. So now we're gonna go to a quick intermission with a bit of ads. We'll see you guys back in not too long.